Hello, Grandpa. Um,
I
when you were a Boy Scout, what was your rank at the end of it?
an Eagle Scout with three palms, a bronze, silver, and a gold.
Can you explain what a palm is?
Palm is 5 extra merit badges after the 21 required for Eagle.
Okay.
So I had a total of 36 merit badges.
Wow. Okay. How old were you when you started Scouts?
I was 11 years old, and here is my first membership card, 1954.
That's super cool. Okay. Which leads me to my next question. Why did you want to join Scouts?
Because the church was close to our house on 13th Street in Canton, and I knew we would get to go camping, and I've always liked outdoors. That's why I joined.
Okay. How many kids were in your troop, and was like any of you your
It was the number 3 troop in the William McKinley district, and it was going downhill. They only had one patrol of 8 kids and a scoutmaster.
Do you still have any friends from that troop?
Not from that troop, I don't know.
Okay. What were some things you learned in Scouts that helped you in your life?
My love for the outdoors. I love to travel. My liking to be gone all summer, being active.
Okay. Did you go on any adventures in your scouting? So was there something particular that was like really cool?
Lots and lots of adventures, and I'll tell you about those adventures when I get into my part of telling you my background of the scouting thing after you ask your questions.
Okay. Describe Philmont in the 50s, because I know you went there. Was it like super cool?
Yeah, well, Philmont was much more rugged at that time and more outdoorsy. Now they've tried to take in a lot of different family activities, and at the time it was a rugged. You had a choice of a 2-week or a 4-week trip, and it was very grueling, and it's not as hard to do today.
Okay. So now my grandpa's gonna show some of his memorable things.
Okay. I joined Troop 3 in Canton, Ohio in 1954, and I showed you my first membership card in the Boy Scouts. We moved from 13th Street to 26th Street, and several boys in my neighborhood belonged to Troop 6. So I joined Troop 6 and stayed in Troop 6 for a long, long time. Here is my tenderfoot badge. Here is my second class badge. Here is my first class badge. Here is my Star Scout badge. Unfortunately, I have lost my life badge, but here is my Eagle badge with my gold palm on it down there. You can see that. Some of the things that were important to me was the trip to Philmont Scout Ranch. And while we were there at Cimaroncito, there's a totem pole circle. And one of the totem poles was rotting out, and they took it down while we were there and put a new totem pole up in its place. And they were going to burn it up. And I said, oh, no, you can't do that. So I went over with a hatchet and a saw, and I cut one of the heads off and then split it and brought it home and had it framed, and you can see it. And it's one of my most precious possessions that I have, is this Indian head from from Philmont. The next thing we did, my brother and I went to the 50th anniversary. Oh, wait a minute, back on, this was my first handbook in 1947. It was printed. And this is what I used when I became a Tenderfoot Scout. Here is my star card. Here is my apprentice card for explorers. Here is my 50th anniversary membership card. Here is my National Jamboree card. Here is my Eagle Scout card. There's my Order of the Arrow card. There's my Order of the Arrow card for the
How many
card collection.
jamborees did you go to?
Two, the 50th and the 100th. And here are some things about here is a patch from the 50th. And here is a group of patches from the 100th. Here's a smaller patch from the 50th. And here are a bunch of other sponsored patches for the 100th Jubilee. Here are my t-shirt from the 50th. And here is my brother's t-shirt from the 50th. Now, while at the Jamboree, let me show you the picture of our troop. That was the troop at the Jamboree in Colorado Springs. Right now.
Where are you in that photo?
Okay. I am standing right there.
Wow, that's super cool. Yeah, tiny.
And here is your Uncle Freddie right there.
What's that on that sign?
What
What
that's Uncle Freddie.
On the sign?
Uncle Freddie.
No, what does it say on the sign?
It says 50th National Jamboree Troop Section.
So is that what Philmont looked like? Is that like all of
No,
Philmont?
that's not Philmont. That's Colorado Springs, Colorado. That was the next year. Now, while I was there, I was given the honor of being elected to carry the American flag in the big program when President Eisenhower came to visit. And the troops that won the prizes, and we carried staves, big wood sticks, and did acrobats with them. Anyway, our troop was one of many troops that was selected to be in the parade and carry the American flag. And I got to be the one to do that. And in the closing ceremonies with President Eisenhower, luckily, it was just luck, I ended up being the one standing right beside the President of the United States holding the American flag. And that's a tremendous memory I have of that. And for doing that, the troop found a guy who was trading 7 rattlesnake tails. You can see the rattlers on the back end of this in a antelope horns. See that? And I brought that back from Colorado, and I've saved that ever since. Okay. That was the end of the 50th anniversary. Then your grandmother and I came to your house and went down to Virginia to the 100th anniversary of the Jamboree, and I've shown you those patches from that. another honor that I got was I was selected to be in the Order of the Arrow. And
Was it hard to get in the Order of the Arrow back
yes,
then?
yes, that was an honor to be in the Order of the Arrow. And there is 3 levels, and the highest level is a vigil member, and that's the triangle in my sash there. And I am a vigil member of the Order of the Arrow.
What were some things you did in the Order of the Arrow?
Oh, we did lots of projects, and I was the chief of the lodge, and I did the tap out ceremonies. And here is my plaque honoring me as a vigil member of the Order of the Arrow. Now, the jamboree was, I told you about that. The Camp Tuscazor staff, I was on the aquatic staff at our Camp Tuscazor and taught kids how to swim so that they could earn camp honor. And it was called Pipestone. And here's the pipestone that we get from Pipestone, Minnesota, which they used to make peace pipes out of, the Indians did.
Did you do anything else besides for Boy Scouts, like Aqua Scouts or Forest Scouts?
No, they didn't have that kind of thing when I was coming through Scouts. But I did become, the next year, my council expanded and took in another summer camp. And I became the program director and the assistant camp director for the whole thing.
Was that after you were a Boy Scout or before?
No, I was a freshman in college at the time when that happened. I was a lodge chief in 1964 for the Chief Logan. Then I started to, after college, I stayed active in Boy Scouts and became on the councils. And I was Chief Logan Council from 71 to 76. And I was in charge of all their properties. I managed their properties for them. And at that, they gave me an honor for service, which was called the Bigfoot Honor. And that meant that I made a lot of paths with my big feet in the ground and accomplished a lot of things for that council camp. And then I went on to become a council member board for 76 in Memphis, and I was given the Century Award for doing that in Memphis for Boy Scouts. And then in the West Central Florida, where we live now, I was given the Guardian plaque for 2 years in a row for being the most active senior leader. Then when I was in 1963 and 64, my junior year of college, I went to Europe. And I stayed with several Boy Scout troops around Europe. And the most exciting one was, and these are all the patches that I collected in Europe and pins. And in Beirut, Lebanon, I stayed with the Boy Scouts there, and they gave me this banner with these plaques on it, and I've kept that for a long, long time after getting back from Europe. And I stayed with some Scouts in England. And here is my Order of the Arrow Vigil member pin. Hope you can see that. Not. It's got an arrow with the stag's head on it. Now I have a big patch collection This was my OA patch right here. Here is the first OA patch in the United States, Philadelphia, in 1915 when it was organized. And this is a very valuable patch. And then some other of the more colorful patches. And I have lots and lots of these patches, just to be a few. Now, here is my merit badge sash. And 6 of the patches are not on, but they're here in my hand.
Oh.
So 6 more that had to be sewn on, that there wasn't room to sew them on the sash. Let's see. Okay, Camp Tuscazor had to build new gates 2 years ago, and I sent them some money as a gift, and they made bricks with my name in it, with my brother's name in it, and with my dad's name in it, because my father was a merit badge counselor for the Boy Scouts. And,
What merit badge did he teach?
and like I said, I'm sorry, what?
What merit badge did he teach?
He taught first aid, and he taught cooking, and he taught one other, rabbit husbandry for rabbits. Then in Europe, I ran into some Boy Scouts, and I've got a whole bunch of patches from around the world. This is one from Machu Picchu, which is a famous place down South America. Here's one from Kenya, and here's one from the elephants. Oh, I forgot. In Florida, I was made an honorary gold eagle, and this is the plaque that they gave me in the statue of a golden eagle.
What's an honorary golden eagle?
That's for service, and it's the highest service honor that we bestow on board members of this council. It's called the Golden Eagle. Here is my Philmont bull jacket. I got when I was Philmont. That's the bull here on the jacket is what's famous for Philmont. Okay. You have any other questions?
Can you show the belt again?
Sure. It, Philmont.
Okay. My final question is, was scouting worth it to you? Did you remember it for the rest of your life?
Oh, absolutely. It was a very important thing to me in my life, and my scoutmaster was one of the finest human beings that I have ever met, and I admire to this day his commitment to.
Who was your scoutmaster?
Horace Percival Whitaker was his name, and he was a civil engineer, worked for the Timken Roller Bearing Company, was our scoutmaster.
Oh. Thank you for your time.
You're most welcome.
Is there anything else you want to share before we go?
No, that's about it. Oh, wait a minute, here's a picture. This might be, this is a picture of the guys who went to Philmont with me. And I am
What's on the back?
right here at the end. And what's on the back is the list of the guys' names.
Okay.
But there's me right there, right underneath my finger.
Oh, you got a lot taller.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm standing up. I was a little bit tall then, but I'm taller now.
Okay. Anything else?
Here's a jamboree book from the 50th Jamboree. When you come down to see us next, I'll show you that. And here is a whole bunch of neckerchiefs. There's a Jamboree neckerchief. There's a Philmont neckerchief. There's my troop neckerchief. Here is a staff neckerchief. Camp Buckeye. Here is a Tuscazor. Here's a Chief Logan Council neckerchief. And here's my Order of the Arrow neckerchief.
Hey, Grandpa. Maybe
Okay.
you could take a picture of them so we can see them better, and then we can show it on camera.
Okay.
You can take
Okay.
multiple
I
pictures
can
of them.
do that. I can do that. Okay.
Okay, thank you for helping.
Yeah, and thank you for asking me to show you this stuff.
Yeah, thank you for helping us.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.